Welcome back. Welcome back. Rebuilding vlog series. Today my energy is fucked. Today my energy is fucked. Why? My sleep is not so good. And whenever your sleep suffers, and just like mine for not just a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, but a couple of years really, my sleep hasn't been so good, especially lately. All this traveling, moving continents, all this heat is crazy. So right now, today, what I'm going to share with you is why I'm angry, why I'm frustrated, and why that's good. How to transmute that energy into the goals and the realization of your desires that you want. Napoleon Hill calls that transmutation of energy. So today, what I'm going to do is core workout, back workout, and upper body, which is going to be biceps. So back and biceps and core. I'll keep it simple today. Just a couple exercises, back to back to back to back, and stretching, flexibility with a bit of meditation. So let's get started. I just brought the back extension machine into the office because I realized that if it's in the other side of the home, if it's in the other room, I'm just not as likely to do it. So simple activation of my back. I brace my core and I start swimming in circles. Activate my scapula and I move it. Brace your core if you have a machine like this. If not, that's okay. You can do it in the chair. So, one of the reasons why my sleep is not so good is, well, we have two cats. And I'm not used to having cats, especially the cats sleeping in the bed. That's it. So, going on next, it's going to be a rowing motion. It's never about the weight, it's always about the mind-muscle connection. So I'm also holding on to the low back machine to brace my lower back and still be able to work out my lats, my rhomboids, to strengthen it. I have some weird pain in the thoracic left area where the lower traps connect. The rhomboids, and I just cannot figure it out what's going on. So hopefully by strengthening it, it will make it stronger, and then I can stretch it, and then with the relaxation techniques the body can finally let go of all the fight or flight. So, one of the biggest message that I want to share with you today from my life, from my fucking life, is that people are going to try and tell you how to live your life. They are going to be trying to guilt you into doing this, doing that you are not doing this, not doing that. And the whole purpose is, some of them, yes, they are going to help you. That's their intention. But some of them are just not that aware. And with that intention, they just don't know that they might hurt the person. And while the Stoics said it years and years and years ago, which is basically millennia ago, that nothing external can hurt you if you don't let it hurt you. However, what is that? Okay. However, we can agree that sometimes you're just in lower energy and that is okay. So if you're in a low energy, just don't beat yourself up about it. That's called the double negative. Don't do the double negative on you. So if you're negative, frustrated, angry, and you are just fucking enraged, that's okay. That's a feedback that something in your life is not as it should be. You are not on track. So optimize, look into it, observe, take a step back and see what is it that makes you angry, frustrated. What's the source of it? And the source most of the time is, like fear or unmet desires. So look into it. What is a desire that in your life is not as you want it to be? In my life, for example, because I'm here honest with you, because this is an honest story fucking building, because you are going to be fucking seeing me rise from my ashes. I have 2 angel wings tattoos on my back because I had 2 major life-threatening accidents. One with a bicycle, one with a scooter. I almost fucking died. Twice. People ran over the fuck me. So I'm rising. You are going to be seeing me getting strong again for the purpose of fucking saving people. I'm making them understand that, hey, you have the power within to control your mind and body and circumstances. But make no mistake about it, up to a certain point. If my heart right now decides to stop working, I cannot do anything about it. My heart will just fucking stop and I will have a heart attack right here in front of you. I cannot do anything about it. What I can do about is here, stuff. Seemingly, I have control over it. I don't know. I'm not a guru. I'm not enlightened. I haven't been in fucking 12D like some people claim they've been. So I don't know. However, what I do know is seemingly I have control over my body, my circumstances, my actions, and my thoughts. And therefore, this rebuilding journey is going to be all about that. Sharing what I'm learning while I am rebuilding this body with strength training exercises, with Qigong mobility movement exercises, with relaxation exercises, with breath work, meditation, flexibility, all that good stuff. And I'm going to be sharing everything because the people needs help. People need help. When I look around and I walk around in San Salvador, El Salvador, it's a fucking capital. We drive through the city, we drive to the highway, and all I see is Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, all these fast foods, McDonald's and sweets, and I do not see one person in fucking shape, jacked, nobody. It is fucking crazy. It's crazy that it is 2026 and in a capital city, people are so overweight. And look, that's not superficial. I used to be overweight. That is absolutely spiritual. Because when you are overweight, when you are fat, when you don't have good habits, that's what I'm talking about. Most people who are overweight, they unfortunately do not have good habits. That's why they are overweight. They do not listen to themselves, to the inner voice, to the guide, to their conscience, to their higher self, to their intuition, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay? All right. That's round 2. And I am incredibly blessed to be able to bend over again without back pain. So I am also very careful of how I'm doing it, because tomorrow I might be in a flare-up. You never know with a herniated disc. So smart-ass people who comment without knowing anything, or sending me a private message, do this, do that, without knowing my background, shut up. I don't need your criticism. And I live my own life. Everybody lives their own life. That's one of the biggest takeaways that I am taking away lately. I've been so afraid of documenting my journey because of what would people say. Whoever the fuck cares now what people say. I don't care. Not to the fullest extent. Of course people care. Like, show me somebody who never cares about anything of what other people say. They are so few and far in between. And when you find somebody like that, like my coach, Mike Chang, my other coach, Arash Vasugi, my other previous two coaches, Wes Watson and Amadeo Yados, when you find them, you better pay them to their closest attention, to the energy that they can give you, so you level up your fears. Now that's round 3. And I think that will be it for today, for the purpose of this video, because later, after this video, I'm going to go out and film some breath work and relaxation techniques. And this back extension machine has been an incredible addition to my home gym. We have a couple dumbbells, rubber bands, and this back extension machine. Next week, the pull-up bar and the incline bench is going to arrive as well, and I'm incredibly grateful for my life and my abundance and my freedom, because I'm able to manifest and create so many things in my life. And the amount of good things that you have in your life is is correlated to your ability to notice them. So I'm noticing this workstation office desk, which can be moved up and down. It's crazy. I do not have to sit down. I have a gym ball as well. I have a chair. I have hundreds of books at home, and I brought with me some books. It's incredible that what you can do. And what I was thinking, that people say that this health and fitness market and everything else is so saturated. Well, you could say yes, but you can also say that in San Salvador, okay, it's a Spanish speaking country, but there are 99% of people are out of shape. I haven't seen anyone, and I'm truly telling you, I haven't seen anyone so far from the hundreds and maybe thousands of people that I've seen while I was out shopping or doing anything, traveling, who were in good shape. What is a good shape? They were lean, they were working out, they were jogging, running, cycling, taking care of their health. Again, that's not superficial. What the fuck do you have other than your body, mind, emotions, and soul? If you do not take care of one of those, your body, what? Do you think that the other 3 will just going to be fucking amazing? It's fucking not. I know, because I've been depressed, I've been suicidal, I've been smoking weed, I've been eating the fucking pizzas. So make sure that you take care of this temple that you have, this body. And so this practice that I'm doing right now is about mind-muscle connection. Activating my back, learning to fire it without spasm, and then I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to show you a couple of stretches. You might ask, why am I sucking in my belly? Because I'm tensing up my core muscles. Why? Because I herniated my L5 disc, which is the lowest of your bendable spine. You have the cervical, you have the thoracic, you have the lumbar, sacral, and the sacrum. The cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spines, the vertebrae can move. They can bend. And so when you bend forward repeatedly under load with bad tension and there's not enough muscle in your core to cover and spare the spine, then you are bending with your spine, which is not meant to bear load. What's meant to bear load is your muscles protecting your spine. All right. So that's been the workout, the main workout for today. There's a couple core exercises that I'm going to do right after this bend exercise. They're going to be very simple. Hollow body. And you might be even surprised, but I do break the hollow body hold into two parts. One, I elevate my legs first. That's one set. And another set, the same set, set 1A and set 1B, is going to be my arms. Now in this position where I am, it's going to be a little difficult, so I am just going to be sharing with you one round. For that, I'll need to move. Oh, by the way, check this out. Did you know that I learned to juggle in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? And my process was that I started first with one, okay, and I started throwing one, and then when I was comfortable with one, I took one and I threw it like this, okay. Very simple. Just get the coordination going. Now when I had that, I added another one. Oops, and you see, you can still mess it up. So I was holding one and one ball in each of my hands, and I was throwing the third one. Now once I got comfortable, I started throwing like this, one and one at a time. And when I got comfortable with that, I started throwing on the other hand. And I only practiced 10 to 15 minutes in the morning and 5 to 15 minutes in the morning and 5 to 15 minutes in the evening. And when I got comfortable, boom, 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 I was just starting to rock and roll. And it's so fun. It's a good brain relaxation exercise. I can even walk now while I am juggling. It's crazy. And it's not so hard to learn. So let me rearrange this camera for you to see my ab exercises right down there. And it's going to be core workout. All right. So again, as I said, it's very simple. I do not overcomplicate it right now, because I do not want to injure myself. So I treat myself as a complete beginner, and especially who had injuries before, because I had. So I brace my core, as you can see, I tighten it, and then I raise my legs. And I raise slightly my upper body as well. Chin tucked to the chest. Squeeze the core. If you start to shake, that's okay. The body is tired, and this is when the body is truly making the neurological changes in the body, because it's not smooth. So the body is firing and wiring. All right, so that's like 20 seconds hold, And now I do that on the opposite side, which is my upper body. So I squeeze my abs, my core, as hard as I can. Let my arms drop, stretching my armpit, my lats, my chest, my shoulders, while I am holding my upper body up. And that was one round. Next, one set. Next, I'm doing my left or right. It depends, it doesn't even matter. My left core muscle. I do a couple reps, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Usually I stop at 8, but lately I've been able to do more. From there, I go for a plank. I fold this for 10, 20, 30 seconds. It depends. When I start to shake like crazy, I stop. And I hold and hold and hold. No rush. I can feel already burning. And from here, come to my knees. You can hear me exhaling. Next, bird dogs. Squeeze the abs, the core, squeeze the glutes, push through the heel, squeeze and activate your scapula, both sides, push through the palm, and fly like Superman. Hold for 10 seconds and switch sides. So, as I said, you can hear me exhale strongly. It is because I squeeze my core. I realize that it is my weakest link in my body. And from Stuart McGill, who is a leading specialist in spine health, working with incredible athletes, setting world records, he says that the body is a linkage. Therefore, if you have a weak link in the body, it will show up. Now, this is one round of one set of everything, okay? From here, I will arrange again the camera for you. I will stretch out my back. First, I do some cat-cow. So fully exhale when I come up and inhale when I come down. I do not force. I do not push to the full range. I'm at around 80%. There's nowhere to rush. You are on planet Earth, like a human being. Everybody has their own journey. Don't let anybody tell you how to live your life. Ask yourself, how do I want to live? You can ask people for guidance, but those people who just tell you how to live without asking you what is your goal, they are blinded. So next, I learned this from my sweetheart, threading the needle, stretching the spine, the thoracic mainly, coming up and open up to one side. And you can do this a couple times. I'm just going to be shortening it for the sake of the video. Inhale as you come up and exhale as you come down. And the next one is my favorite actually, or actually there's two of my favorites. Let me show you. All right. Hopefully you will be able to see me. I think, of course. So one is simply holding the arm in front of you and stretching the back of the shoulders, the lats, and then doing the same on the other side. Cross your arms, hold with the other forearm, forearm on forearm, and stretch and relax. Ideally, you hold these stretches for 20-30 seconds and then repeat and repeat. Now, the other one, this is my absolute favorite. It is going very deep into my lats. I place my elbow on a wall, on a wardrobe, something, and I push my chest against it, opening up the lats. I'll come closer so you can see. The angle is not the greatest, but you will see it anyway. So like this, opening up and pushing the chest forward to open up the triceps, open up the lats, open up the chest a little bit. And this is a very complete stretch that many people, myself included, do not have the great ability to go overhead with their hands. Like I see people easily, doing this type of exercise, but I have crazy pains in my elbow, my shoulder front because of impingement. So those are my favorite stretches for my back. For bicep, because I worked out bicep too, there's another great one. Actually two. I'll show both to you. One is placing the palm with fingers down against a wall or a wardrobe and just opening up. Now, if this is too deep for you, no problem, because it's too deep for me as well. Just lower the angle or put the arm a little back and bend your arm, okay? I'll come closer so you might see better. So bend the arm. Bend the arm. Don't be so straight, because then here the fingertips, the tendons, the muscles are so tight for me up onto the forearm that I feel them ripping. So just simply. Now, the deep version of this is you go like here, you open up the chest and you look to the other side. I'm not gonna do that because, again, I'm too tight. Another great forearm stretch, which for many of us, for example for me, especially who's on the computer a lot and clicking on the mouse, my extensor muscles get super tense. So the next one is, I'm going to sit down a little so you can see me better, is I'm placing my palms with my fingertips up and I'm moving my shoulder forward a little bit. I'm turning not my shoulder, I'm turning my elbow forward, and this puts such a deep stretch on my forearm that it's crazy. So again, if this is too tight for you, you just bend the arm, bend the elbow. You can put the hands a little higher and work on that. Remember, there's no such thing as shame or guilt. It's about humbling, seeing where you are and where you want to go. There's two things that you need to know: where you are, where you want to go, and what needs to be done. That what needs to be done, you can game plan with a coach, with a mentor, you can meditate to find the answers, you can speak to God, Jesus, whatever works for you. That's my main teaching. Whatever works for you, do that. Whatever gets you closer to your goals, do that. Anything else is detracting you from your goals, it's distracting you, so stop. So this was me rebuilding vlog number 4. Today, back and core with stretching. I'm gonna finish up my stretching session, my core session as well, and I'm humbly rebuilding myself. And it is an amazing journey, because I could have done this way earlier. I could blame so many people who hasn't taught me, didn't say to me, didn't save me, but ultimately that's a victim mindset. So I take full responsibility for my life, for my results, for my actions, and namaste, motherfuckers. See you next time.